We go Thursday morning. Kind of better than this. Kind of this is just wonderful. Just as a little bit of a summer rush, I suppose, the last few days. But so I hope everybody's all right and staying safe. That's the most important. It's a bit of a, of course, I think the 5th and the 12th down here, in our surgery is 5th and 12th of October is the COVID um, injection. So that'll be all right. Get all that sorted. Now, birthdays. Well, yesterday was Wendy Swanson's. It was her birthday yesterday, so happy birthday to her yesterday, Wendy. And now tomorrow, I've got none for today really, but tomorrow's Heather Bailey. It's her birthday tomorrow. And then on Saturday, it's Patrick Kirkham's. Now a great friend of mine. I hope you're right, Patrick, and take care and keep smiling. So now let's have a little story here today by Herbert Lean. All due to the revival. There was a great revival going on down in our little chapel with special services every night for the week. The place was packed, setting up in the windows like strands of onion they was, and handsome bit of singing. Father and me was there every night, and you had be early to get a good seat. Richard Henry was at the door handing out our books. Already there was a different feeling. Everybody was speaking to each other that hadn't spoken for years. There were two sisters that lived apart and hadn't opened their mouths to each other for 20 years. One was in the bed sick, but the other had been to the meetings and thought now was the time to show a changed spirit. So she visited her sister and went to her bedside saying how sorry she was. Her dear little sister was so ill. Oh, 'tis very good and kind of 'ee to come and see me, was the reply. But mind, if I get better, everything must be the same as before. Jan and here, who was always the first in the pub as soon as 'twas opened, haven't been missed the place for the week. Up in the front seat he was, leading the singing, with his missus setting alongside him. Afore the revival she said he was never home. She almost forgot what he'd look like. Old Tamsy, who had been a bailier since the chapel had been built, and nearly everybody had forgot, now had callers every day with flowers and something to eat. Had to send for the doctor, they did. Made herself sick eating so much. 'Tis they said she cleared a whole figgy pudding. Now, Mrs. James, who live up Churchtown, went into Mrs. Treglown's next door and asked, "Haven't we been down to the chapel yet and heard the new preacher? Oh, he's some handsome. Goes on doing good. I've been going chapel for years, haven't done me no harm. I can't do it 'cause Friday I'd a bath 'em all. What is it to be done, I will do. So get us ready, and I'll be in 7 o'clock." Some sure enough, 7 o'clock, in comes Mrs. James with a clean apron under her arm, and off goes Mrs. Treglown with the remark, "First night I've been out for 2 years. Well, so long." About 10 o'clock she returned, singing as she come up the garden path, "Who will be next?" As she opened the door she saw all the children was up in bed, supper laid on the table, and the kettle singing on the slab. Oh, this is proper. All the work done, and I've had a lovely time. How did he get on with the children? Well, I bathed them all and put them to bed, but I had some job with the ginger one. Ginger one? I ain't got no ginger one. Yes, you have. Come up, and I'll show 'ee. When they got upstairs and the culprit was pointed out, Mrs. Treglown exclaimed, "Oh, law, you bathed and put Feather to bed too." Now, have a nice weekend. Enjoy the weather.